Well, taken on a different angle.
Yeah. I like that we always mix it up tonally, though. Yeah. I genuinely I feel like when you read a heavier, angrier poem, I always bring a light one, and then whenever I read a heavier, angrier poem, we bounce off each other well.
All right. This one's called Rocks. I want to throw rocks at people. Heavy rocks. Assault rocks. I can store them in an old leather mailbag. I can practice at the rock range or any blighted part of the city where the broken window theory needs refreshment. Every time I cross the street, some idiot in a glossy black Mercedes SUV or white BMW cuts through the crosswalk and expects me to stop. I must have windshield-piercing rocks. Rocks are recyclable and sustainable. Goliath was an expensive and irreplaceable weapon of war, but David only needed to wash off the blood and wait for his next big target. So help me God, you are going to be hearing people crying for the end of rock violence and hand control by the time I'm done. But you and all of your metal detectors and background checks are powerless against me and my semi-automatic rocks.
I like it, semi-automatic rocks. Did you bring anything else with you that you wanted to read today?
Well, no, not really.
Okay, I was just checking in with you.
We do have other stuff we could read.
What's next in the world of Patrick for poetry? You got a ghost coming up that you're doing or attending?
I'm on a waiting list, so probably not. There is a poetry slam on April 23rd. Sorbet poet Corbett Dean.
Ooh.
Yes. Yeah, Corbett at one point. Yeah, he was second at nationals back in. What was it? 2000. Yeah.
Speaking of nationals, looks like those are back too.
Really?
I saw that.
Yep.
Looks like those are back. Organizing it. I don't know. You do?
No, you do. But you have another slam coming up at Phoenix Fan Fusion, right?
Oh, that's right. There's the Nerd Slam at Phoenix Fan Fusion. I'm a panelist, but Lauren Perry is the host. And so if you are at Phoenix Fan Fusion, it's Saturday night. I believe it's at 7 o'clock. Check your guide anyway, just to make sure. And it helps if the poem is about something science fiction or fandom related. But seriously, people read all kinds of stuff. You just want to get there early enough to get on the sign-in sheet. And hopefully you should have a nerd specialty. So something that you are really nerdy and fanish about, because then we'll ask you a trivia question about such thing, and hopefully you get the answer to that question right.
May 26th.
May 26th.
May 26th.
Memorial Day weekend.
Fantastic.
Saturday.
And on the 27th, you can find Brick Cave Books at the Indie Book Days. Yeah, Indie Book Day at Book Days? Book Maze. Yeah.
And where's that?
That was a tongue twister. So
School and University.
I screwed up that plug. So on the 27th, you can go to Indie Book Day at Book Maze, which is on
Alma School and University.
Alma School and University. You guys have been there recently doing signings, right? Mm-hmm. As well?
Yeah.
Exciting. How's that going?
You're going to be there soon doing signings.
Cool. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah. He has cards, so we can talk TCGs.
Oh,
yeah, we can. I love me some TCGs.
We're gonna have a Brick Cave Day at Book Maze, probably in June.
Okay, so look forward to Brick Cave Day coming up in June. That's exciting.
Brick Cave Day.
You gotta love Brick Cave Day.
So you're all gonna be there.
Okay, sounds good.
Trolls. You can't get through the aisle unless you buy my book.
They're gonna be
strategically put you all around the store.
Exactly. There is also the Mesa Mesa Music Festival this weekend, if anybody's into that. It's all over downtown Mesa. Lots of different spots. Definitely go check it out. It's pretty cool. Lots of different emerging artists. I'm assuming if you're listening to this podcast, you probably have some interest in emerging artists. So it might be worth checking out. It's all free.
Oh, so it's not like the Music Festival Taylor's version, then?
No, it is not the Music Festival Taylor's version. Are your kids Swifties? Any of your kids Swifties?
They know the lyrics to some of the songs, but I wouldn't say they're Swifties.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I know the lyrics to some of the songs. I used to work in a place where they had the radio running all the time. And so, Top 40 radio, surprisingly repetitive. You can hear the same song 3 times. And so...
Yeah, they're limited to 40 songs.
Well, I would hope there would be more than 40. But it seems like, I've heard this one. I've heard it again. Seriously.
Yeah, no, it can definitely be that, especially with like Taylor Swift songs, Beyonce songs. Although I've noticed her new country album isn't getting like as much play like at all, which is kind of weird. But maybe that's just me.
Maybe it's they don't know where to play it.
Okay. Also coming up, last plug for the day, we got the Payson Book Festival. It's the 9th annual Payson Book Festival. Unfortunately, registration is closed, so if you wanted to be a vendor, you're not going to be able to be a vendor. But if you want to come check out all the awesome artists, obviously authors, poets, I'm assuming there's going to be some type of food, because you're all the way up in Payson. But that's going to be July 13th, so go check that out, Payson Book
So
Festival.
it'll be a lot cooler than it is here.
Yeah, by that time it'll be a lot cooler. So that'll be a nice little escape from the horrific heat down here, because it got bad this week. It was terrible.
Yeah, rather warm.
Yeah, I was reading on my porch, reading my Conan, enjoying myself, and then I said to myself, I need to go back inside. This is terrible.
So are you doing classic Conan, or are you doing newer stuff, or is it just
Classic Conan. Classic
Okay.
Conan. Yeah, I'm starting at the beginning, and then I have some comics, which kind of like bounce around just because of what I was able to find at the Bookmans or the Zias or wherever I snagged the comics from. Those kind of vary between newer and older Conan. But yeah, it's kind of sticking, at least short story wise, to the older Conan. I'll kind of work my way forward.
I love how you pronounce it Conan instead of Conan.
Yeah, Conan, whatever. I've read it more than I've heard it. I feel like that's not a very common condition for Conan.
Well, I just keep it. Everybody at home is expecting a short, red-haired guy.
Conan.
Yeah. Conan O'Brien.
Conan the Barbarian. But wasn't there? I wasn't like there a proto Conan from Robert E. Howard? There was like a.
Yeah, that's that short story is actually included in the collection that I have.
Oh, okay.
Interestingly enough, yeah, the proto. I forget what his name was. It was like something the Chimerian or Chimerian. Yeah, it was spelled slightly differently too, if I remember correctly. But like a lot of the land is the same, and so it's like some of the lore ports over. It's kind of fun. Good stuff.
Yeah, because I had a Weird Tales anthology, and so they had the short stories, but not the Conan.
Yeah, I miss those old Sci-Fi mags. I should look into those. I bet you some of those are pretty collectible.
They're extremely collectible, and sometimes you'll even see them at Fan Fusion. And so, because I collect Mad magazines, and the older ones are harder to find, and they also, the publisher, William M. Gaines, he deliberately had them printed on cheap paper. One time, the publisher had said, you know what, we don't have enough of your cheap paper, we'll give you a fancier paper for the same price, and he refused it. He actually spent more money to go find more cheap paper to have it printed on that same newsprint quality paper, because that was what the look and feel people were expecting. You know, like if you read some magazines, you expect them to be glossy. Mm-hmm. He expected Mad to be cheap, and so.
What's your Holy Grail issue that you're looking for?
Gosh, I have so many. I mean, there's one that I have a couple copies of it where it was kept off the newsstand because it's like Mad is number one, and it was a middle finger.
Yes.
And so.
I know that one. And then wasn't there a Mad cover with like it might have been a National Lampoon's cover where they were like shooting a dog?
Well, yeah, buy our magazine or we'll shoot this dog.
Yeah, buy our magazine or we'll shoot this
That
dog.
was National Lampoon.
That was National Lampoon. That one was awesome. I just recently picked up Spawn #1. Not the first appearance of Spawn, but Spawn #1. Pretty geeked on that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool find.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty decent.
Yeah, so I have a spreadsheet on my phone for the issues that I've already bought, so that way I don't have to keep rebuying them, because I'll go to Bookman's or some other stores, or sometimes at Fan Fusion they'll have a few of them, and I've got to look through, like, okay, well, I'm not going to pay $10 for something I already have 2 copies of.
Yep.
Unless it says there that the copy I have doesn't have a cover on it, or somebody's drawn on it, or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Or it's missing some kind of internal promo material.
Oh yeah. So those are the tough ones to find, where they take out the playable record.
Oh yeah.
Yes, kiddies. It's not just vinyl records. They used to print records on these flat pieces of plastic and cardboard, and so you'd have to sort of rip it out on the dotted line, and it was a square, and then you put it on your record player, and you can get 1 or 2 good plays out of that.
That's pretty rad. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the thing.
That's rad.
I remember that.
Yeah, they used to also have it was a thin plastic or vinyl, and you had to put a penny on it to keep it from slipping.
Yeah, because it wasn't heavy enough to stay on the turntable, so you had to put some weight on it so that when the turntable turned, it would turn the thing.
Huh. You have to put it down towards the base.
Well,
Or like
it's
under-
square.
Right around
So you
the circle
edge.
part, or before the playable area. But they used to give those out with other magazines as well. So there was like Arthur Fiedler and the Boston Pops playing stuff, things like that. Here's your free record. Well, this isn't a free record. This
Sunday
is
paper had some of that. Used to get that in the Sunday paper too.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
You learn something new every day.
yeah. So maybe for all the people out there who put stuff on vinyl, what if you could do like El Cheapo vinyl?
Basically disposable vinyl.
Yeah. Well, wouldn't that be something to be publishing in your books? That's something.
No.
Here's your copy of so and so reading such and
Here's
such.
this podcast episode in disposable vinyl.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, that is hipsterish to the max. And it's
Yeah,
not,
I
it's,
kinda
it's
like
not
it.
big records. It's cheapo record vinyl.
Have you seen the people that are basically recreating traditional editing techniques using like post-it notes, or like so they'll storyboard something using photos and then they'll like draw on it, and then take individual photos and it almost stop motion. It's almost the stop motion style of like, let me get 32 photos for each second, and then they'll draw on the photos, which is basically just recreating film editing. So they went back and are doing all the hard work of film editing and then making it digitally.
Wow.
Makes no sense.
Right, because there used to be like crazy art house films where they would physically affect the film itself.
Yeah, yeah.
And it seems like we forgot that we did that at some point, and now people are working back around to it. Like, oh, isn't this cool? I'm like, you just recreated.
The thing we got away from.
Yeah, it's like 100-year-old technique that
we made our lives easier.
we got away from it because we developed better special effects, and like now we're back at this. It's so weird, super weird. But they've been using them for like NBA commercials and stuff too, where there's like hand drawn, like almost crayon on the NBA commercials.
Huh.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
To look for that then.
All right, you want to wrap?
Yep.
Well, this has been the Brick Cave Podcast. I am your co-host, Marcus Campbell, author of My Identity as a Stereotypical Side Character.
Yes, this is Patrick Hare, author of Corporate Boilerplate Vinegar. We have the same number of people that we started with, and that's a win. So,
Yeah, that's a win.
tune in next month.